If you're wondering why the big smile was on my face, and if you can see the Packers logo under this Yankees pinstripe Giancarlo Stanton shirt, or jersey, I mean, it's because I'm a bit coming off watching the Packers game. We beat the Niners in the last seconds in Santa Clara. We did it. More on that on my video about week 3. But this video is about what what the pennant races look like now that we're down to the final week. And there's some congratulations to go around because some divisions were clinched. That's right, the playoff race, as it always does, it is shaping up in the final week. And as I said, some divisions were clinched. So congratulations to first the White Sox. They were the first team to clinch their division. They did it with they were playing a day night. They played a doubleheader against the Indians, and when they won Game 1, that did it. So the White Sox are the Central Division champions, and the Tampa Bay Rays locked up the AL East on this past Saturday, with our help, of course. A little bit more of that later. The Tampa's win over the Marlins on Saturday locked it up, and the Brewers just finally locked up the NL Central. The big streak by the Cardinals, 16 straight. They got the Sweet 16. The Cardinals have won 16 in a row. It's the longest streak in franchise history. Can you believe that? That's the longest streak in franchise history. They've been around for about a century and a half, but 16 in a row is the longest streak. But Milwaukee still got the wins they needed. They got the win they needed earlier today to lock up the NL Central. So congratulations to those three for winning their divisions. There's still a lot to be decided, which brings me to the Yankees. Yet another reason why I'm smiling. We went into Fenway and took down those Red Sox 3 straight. How sweet it is! Now we still lost the season series, but it finishes at 10-9 Boston. The great part, that's my ESPN app. The great part about this is the 3-game sweep has now moved the Yankees to the number 1 wild card position. That's the home position. And in order to get the wild card game at home, we need to finish ahead of Boston. Tynan will not do it because Boston will have the head-to-head over us. So it's the good Yankees. And that's been the tale this whole season. Which Yankees team you're gonna get? Because we can look really great for a stretch, but then it's followed by a very bad stretch that has Yankee fans shaking their heads and some probably tearing their hair out. And but that bad stretch is followed by a good stretch, and it has Yankee fans wondering why can't we play this good all year. But at the moment, we got the Dr. Jekyll Yankees who are just hitting everything. Stanton's hitting clutch home runs, including that great grand slam. On Saturday. Oh my God, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. That grand slam on Saturday. So yeah, things are looking good for the Yankees entering the final week. And here's what the story looks like entering the final 7 days of this crazy season. Okay, so in the American League, so yeah, Tampa Bay, they've locked up the East, and they pretty much have a stranglehold on the best record in the American League. They've clinched home field in the ALDS. To get home field throughout the American League half, they need one more win. I think they need one more win. I don't know if they have any tiebreakers with Houston, but they might need one more win. But yeah, Tampa Bay, it looks like they're gonna finish with the best record in the American League. The White Sox, they've locked up the AL Central, and So seeding is still up for grabs between them and Houston. Of course, Houston is still looking to wrap up the AL West. They've been losing quite a bit lately. They've lost 4 straight games, and they lost 4 straight games. Their magic number to win the division is 2. Oh yeah, their magic number to win the division is 2, and they're gonna need some and it's interesting. Seattle and Oakland, they're playing each other, so they could cancel each other out. Who knows? Uh, in the National League, the NL East is still open, but Philly lost at home to the Pirates. So now Atlanta's match number to win the division is 5, and they play each other in a 3-game set in Atlanta this week. It starts Tuesday. Now the magic number is 5, which means if Atlanta sweeps this series, they win the division, and Philadelphia is going bye-bye, eliminated. Of course, Milwaukee, they've wrapped up the division. They wrapped up their division. Seeding, and I don't think seeding's a problem. They're most likely going to be. They're definitely going to be the second seed. They're locked in as the second seed because they can't pass whoever wins the West. Because Milwaukee's 94-62. They can finish with at most 100 wins. That's the total the Dodgers have. So, yeah. So Milwaukee's pretty much going to host, most likely, the NL East winner in the NLDS. Of course, the Giants and Dodgers are the first 2 teams to clinch postseason spots. The division's still up for grabs, but again, the Dodgers have been kind of shaky lately. Dodgers kind of shaky lately, but again, I said the Giants have 102 wins, Dodgers have 100, which means for the first time in 3 years, we're gonna have a 100-win wild card. But staying in the NL West for a sec, the Padres, they're gone. They're eliminated. And the crazy thing is, they got eliminated before this final week, and they lost again today, so they are 78-78. What happened? The Padres had all the expectations. Those who didn't have the Dodgers winning the NL West had the Padres doing it. Nobody had the Giants getting as much as a wild card, let alone possibly the best record in baseball. But yeah, so the Padres have become a big disappointment. Really didn't live up to this year's expectations, and they are 78-78. Right now, they're trying to see if they can finish with a winning record. They need to win. They need to win 4 of their final 6 just to finish with a winning record. Because if they split the next 3, if they split the next 6, they'll be 500. If they go worse than that, they'll have a losing record. Yeah, pink slips are gonna have to be handed out for this. They're gonna have to be, because that's just unacceptable how that's going. Onto the wild card races. On the wild card, the American League, it's a paradigm shift now. Boston entered this weekend 2 games ahead of the Yankees for that home wild card spot. With the 3-game sweep in Fenway, now it's the Yankees up 1 over Boston. The Yankees' magic number to reach the postseason is 5. Yeah, it's 5. Our magic number to clinch home field in that game, if my math is correct, it's 6. It's 6. Yeah, the Yankees need to stay at least a game ahead of Boston. If the 2 teams are tied, if the 2 teams finish tied, that wild card game, it's epic enough. The Yankees and Boston will be playing in the wild card. But if the 2 teams finish tied, that wild card game is going to be at Fenway because of the head-to-head. So yeah, that's the story. Yankees are the number 1 wild card position. Boston's at number 2. Toronto is at the outside behind the playoff line. They're 1 game out. Seattle's 2 games out. Oakland has a faint chance at 3 games out. Now again, Seattle and Oakland play each other, so they're probably going to cancel each other out. They're going to definitely cancel each other out. The wild cards are definitely going to be the AL East. That's pretty much a certainty. Um, as far as the National League wild card, of course, the Dodgers, yeah, whatever. The Dodgers are playing for the division, um, but they're going to be at worst the first wild card. But St. Louis, whew, St. Louis, their 16-game winning streak puts them one win away from making the postseason as the other wild card. They are 6 games ahead of Cincinnati and Philly. Each of their elimination numbers stands at 1. Cincinnati plays tomorrow. If they lose tomorrow, they're eliminated, which will leave Philadelphia with that as the last bubble team in the wild card scenario. The Cardinals face the Brewers, this time in St. Louis, in a 3-game set. All the Cardinals have to do is win one of those games, and they're in the postseason. They could end the season with a 22-game winning streak. That could happen. But yeah, so that's the scenario, and of course the NL East is still up for grabs. It might need game 161. Game 163. But it's going to be interesting to see how the final week goes. The final week, it's going to be interesting. And that's my recap of the pennant races. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. My story on Vocal about the pennant races and lead up to this final week. When it's published, it'll be up in the description below. I'll be back on YouTube to recap week 3 of the NFL season. As far as baseball goes, next Sunday I will preview the postseason, the wild card games, and the division series matchups, whatever may come of it. So with that, I say, stay tuned.